Hello my foxy friends, welcome back to my channel and thanks for tuning in for the first scrap yarn crochet pattern of the year. This is the very first pattern that is a part of my upcoming scrap yarn pattern collection. What is it today? Well, I'm showing you how to make these scrunchies. They're spiral scrap yarn scrunchies. What are they? What's a scrap yarn collection? Let me explain. The scrap yarn pattern collection is a range of free patterns that I'm going to be releasing this year on my YouTube channel, so make sure you subscribe so you don't miss them. And what are they? Well, they're a collection of patterns that can use anything in your stash. Yep, anything. That yarn that you bought on sale and you just haven't found the perfect project for, you can use it. The most of these patterns will be made to measure or are designed specifically to stash bust, because hey, we all need more yarn in our lives and we all have that guilt when, you know, we've got that yarn sitting there that we haven't used. They're also beginner friendly, so if you're new to crochet or the knitting machine, because I'm releasing patterns for both, you can pick it up really easily and they just bring me a lot of joy. What's in the range? Well, you're gonna have to tune in and find out. But enough, I'll stop rambling. You know me, I like to ramble. Let's get into it and I'm going to show you how to crochet this scrap yarn scrunchie. Let's go. When you purchase the written instructions for these beautiful scrunchies, you're going to get these 3 adorable digital downloads and their display cards. This one is the adorable koala. Then we have beautiful bunny modeling our bottle green scrunchie, and of course we can't forget little Miss Bilby here. To make the scrap yarn crochet scrunchie, again, you can use any yarn, but for this video I'm going to be using the Semco Stallion yarn. It's cheap, it's durable, it comes in a variety of colors, and I just find it really easy to work with. That's just my preference. What you will also need is a crochet hook, a darning needle, and scissors. Now, I hear you say, Kate, if we can use any yarn in our stash, how do we know what size hook to use? Great question. I just follow the guide on the back here. So it tells me a 4mm needle, knitting needle. I'm going to use a 4mm crochet hook, but actually in this case, I'm going to go size it up because my tension's loose. But Kate, I hear you say, what if we have scrap yarn that doesn't have the label on it anymore? Girl, I got you. Make a gauge swatch. Oh, I know. Oh, I'm choking over my words when I say that. Gauge swatches are the bane of my existence. But if you just crochet a tiny square, say 10 stitches by 10 rows, with whatever hook you feel would match that yarn size, just in single crochet, you'll be able to get a sense of what it's going to look like when we crochet the spiral. Now, to show you that yes, you can indeed use anything, any yarn in your stash, I have 2 types of yarn I just whipped up here. Here I've got the blue Semco, oh no, so this is just a blue crappy acrylic. I think it's an 8 ply. You can see here. I haven't woven the tails in on this one. And this beautiful yarn here is a chunky chenille. So this is some chunky yarn from Hobby. It's the Go Handmade Happy Chunky Fine. And on here, on the back, for this, I swatched it with a 6.5 hook. The actual label says 4 to 5. Just talk elastic here because I talked about this in the the knitting machine scrap yarn scrunchie, and it applies the same. I find finer hair or kids' hair that have, or kids, they tend to like this fabric elastic. You can buy it at your supermarket, you can buy them at Big W, easy. The thicker hair, I like to use this sturdier, thicker elastic band, headband. This seam seems to keep up or keep together a lot better. It's more durable, and you can get, I get these from Kohl's. They come in a variety of colors, so you can color match to your yarn. And you can see here that I've used a brown, a darker color, and now on this one I used the blonde. Just hides it a little bit more. Because what we're going to be crocheting a spiral and wrapping it around this elastic. So what I did was I stretched the elastic like so, and I wrapped the yarn around 4 times. And then what I did was I just chained the amount I needed to match the length of this piece of yarn. So once you have your 90 chain, what you're going to be doing is placing 3 single crochets in every stitch all the way back. So we're starting with this first chain from the loop, 2, 3. You can do 2 single crochets in each stitch. I found 3 just gave the curl and the look that I preferred. So as I am doing this, you should start to see it coiling. Once you reach the end, put 3 single crochets in the last chain. Cut a tail and pull it through. And as you can see, you're going to have quite a long spiral. So start by adding the spiral on and just twist it around in the natural curve. Once you have the whole spiral wound on, you're going to have your 2 ends. So what I like to do here is just try and separate it out, make sure that it's on as much as possible, and these 2 ends we're going to seam together using the tails. Just going to lay them on top of each other and do like a running stitch to connect. And there you have it. Some spiral crocheted scrunchies. Pretty easy to make with any type of yarn you have in your stash.